Something about moderators? My live streams are not that big. I don't have I don't have the need for moderators. Okay, let me check the performance so far. Okay, it seems as though, oh my god, my hair. Oh. Seems as though all is going well. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm watching the live stream from my computer, which I'm streaming off my phone. So the phone is doing the recording, and then I'm just watching it on my computer. There's a few seconds delay, so I can see what I'm doing and how the camera looks and how the microphone sounds. Now, in the previous one for the what was that? I think it was just the summer live stream that I did. I had some microphone issues. Hopefully, I don't have them this time around, but we will see. So it's 5 p.m. Matthew's Aviation Channel says hello, greetings, good to see you. Yeah. So oh wow. Okay, a lot of you guys are joining pretty quickly. Now, well, hello everyone. Welcome to the 3,000 subscriber live stream. This one isn't the one for the 4,000 subscribers. I do want to do a separate one for that. So yeah, I am a few months late on this one, but hey, better late than never. And yeah, for this one, I don't imagine it's gonna take too long. I didn't give you guys too much time to submit questions on Instagram or YouTube, and as a result, I didn't get very many either. And I don't expect to get too many questions here in the live chat, so it shouldn't be too long, but I think we should still have a good time on this one. I'll try to provide a bit more notice on the 4,000 subscriber one, and I will also want to do a little extra something special for the 4,000 subscribers as well. So, yeah, but that's all in the future. Let's talk about what's happening now. I'll start answering questions. So first, I'll go over the Instagram questions. There's 2 of them, and then I'll talk about the Discord questions, and I'll check the comment section of my update videos to see if I got any questions in there. I don't remember getting any questions in the YouTube videos, but I'll check one more time just in case. So I'll let you guys all get settled in. Welcome, welcome if you're just joining us right now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, nothing on this one, and yep. Okay, so no questions on the YouTube comments. So I'll just answer the 3 questions that were submitted before I started the stream. So first from Instagram, we have Prepare for Takeoff. The username got cut off here, but Prepare for Takeoff, I believe, asks, what are the best retailers to buy model aircraft from? I'm going to assume that means die-cast airliners. The best retailers, the ones I usually go to, it depends on the brand of model I'm buying from, but I usually buy from Jet Collector. DG Pilot is also really good. Where else? The Flying Mule. The Flying Mule is good. They're a bit more expensive nowadays, but I prefer the Flying Mule for some of my military aviation acquisitions. And then also, in terms of retailers with decent prices, I've seen MTS aviation models. I've heard good things about them as well. I have yet to shop with them, but I do intend on doing that pretty soon. I have to order a few military aircrafts from them, so yeah, we'll see how the service goes with MTS. Are there any other ones I'm forgetting? That's in terms of online ordering, at least. These stores are the ones I order from online. In terms of visiting in person, I know DG Pilot is pretty good. I've never been to yet. I do eventually want to go to DG Pilot, but I haven't gone yet. But the one that I go to, that's an in-person store that you can walk in and buy models from. I'll always say Grayland Station. Grayland Station here in Chicago, by far my favorite store. It's a little bit cramped here and there, but they've got a huge selection of models, and I honestly couldn't speak higher of them. Their Grayland Station is the store to go if you want to go visit a model airplane store. All right, hopefully that answers the question. Let's see. Next up, the Notorious Koala asks, will I be at the Chicago Airline Collectibles Show in May of this year? Yes, I will. I figured out my final exam schedule, and thankfully I do not have any final exams the day of or the day before the show, so I should be able to come home on time to participate in the show. I actually I'm going to turn in my papers for the show tomorrow because I have to fill out forms and such. But I'm going to turn in my papers for that, and this time around, I might actually get two tables so I can display an airport mat, and I might also share it with a few people. So, yeah, the plan's still up in the air with that. But to answer the question, yes, I will be at the Spring 2025 Chicago Airline Collectible Show taking place this May. All right, so that's the two Instagram questions I got. Now for the Discord question, I got. Oh God, I hate Discord nicknames. Let's see, Cinnamon Sky the Jack. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly. Could be Cinnamon Ski. Yeah, Cinnamon Sky the Jack on Discord asks, "Will I fly a fighter jet in the future?" Hopefully. Honestly, my future is it's quite strange. If I'm being completely honest with you, because obviously I don't know it. No one knows the future, and things could change. But as of right now, with the career path I plan on taking, I do eventually see myself in the cockpit of a fighter jet because eventually I want to try to become an astronaut. And to be a commander in a space mission, a lot of the time they pick naval aviators and Air Force pilots. So I want to be a naval aviator when once I get out of school and I do the whole process to become one. So will I fly one in the future? I can't answer for sure, but the answer is hopefully, because I really do want to. Now there is one more Instagram question from my buddy. I call him the Swan. I'm not gonna name drop him here, but I that's his nickname. I call him the Swan. Let's see. He asked me, where is it here? Give me 1 second. Yeah, this isn't an Instagram DM. That's why I'm taking a while to find it. I just don't exactly know where it's at. Okay, here it is. All right, so my friend the Swan has asked, "What is a message or advice that I can pass on about always dwelling about the future and forgetting the present regarding what I mentioned in my update video?" Okay, so this one might require some context. If you guys didn't see the first update video I posted, I think this was last weekend, a little less than a week ago. In that video, I mentioned that I oftentimes fixate my focus on the future, and I often forget about the past, and even worse, forget about the present. And he's asking for some advice on how to, I guess, avoid that tendency, or not avoid that tendency, but dedicate more attention to the present and even the past. So I'll try my best to answer this. This is more of a philosophical question, if you will, but I'll see what I can do. So in today's world, everything moves fast paced. There's always change. There's always updates, and it's very easy to get fixated on what's coming up ahead instead of what's going on right now. And oftentimes that's actually the right approach. You want to focus on what's ahead other than what's going on right now, but there's also a lot of situations where you need to focus on the present and nothing else. It doesn't matter what's going to happen in the future or what's happened in the past. You need to focus on what you're doing now. And the mindset to do that, I think, is, oh boy, yeah. This I tried thinking about this question, but I also wanted to answer it on the spot. This is a very good question. Um, if you want to focus more on the present, just pay attention to what you're doing now. That's a lot easier said than done, but pay attention to the task at hand. Pay attention to what needs to be done right now. So you're probably thinking, okay, I want to do this in the future. The next thought you need to have is, what do I want to do? What do I need to do right now to get myself in a position to what I want to do in the future? So, an example I can give is what I'm doing for my career. This is obviously something that's very long term, but as mentioned earlier, I do want to be a fighter pilot. And in order to get there, there are multiple things I need to do beforehand. One of those being getting a bachelor's degree. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in college, I'm studying for my 4 year degree. And that's what I'm doing right now so I can do what I want to do in the future. That's, yeah, once again, that's a very abstract and long term example, but that's the one I can think of that's the one I can think of off of the top of my head. Another thing that is useful on focusing on the present and even remembering the past is just take a step back, if that makes sense. Take a step back from what you're doing and analyze your situation. Where am I at right now? What am I doing right now? Why am I doing it? Just ask those questions. So, where I'm at, what I'm doing, why am I doing it, and if applicable, what can I learn from this, and how can I do this better in the future? That's that's what I personally use to focus on what's going on in the present. So, hopefully that answers the question. But yeah, that's all I've got. All right, so that wraps up the questions that you guys submitted before the stream. Now I'm going to read it into the live chat. Okay, so let's see. So we've got Matthew's Aviation Channel. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you. So let's see. We've got Yona Benami. I definitely butchered the pronunciation of that, but we've got Yona B. He asks, any new 1 to 200 models? Let me check my database. Any new 1 to 200 models? No, I don't have any new ones. The last ones I reviewed were the last new models in the fleet for 1 to 200 scale were the Southwest Airlines 737-700s in the Heart livery from NG model. Those were from last year. I got two more of those this year because I wanted to have some extra redundancy for quality control and such. But yeah, in terms of any fresh off the production line 1 to 200 models, I don't have any right now. However, for the future, I do have a few that I want to get. Those being the in-flight 200 United Airlines Boeing 767-300ER. I'm very much looking forward to that one. That's not due to arrive until, I think it's May of this year. It's not due to hit retailers until May or June, even July of this year here in the US. So there's that one. Also, the other 1 to 200 models I want to get, there's two more. It's the 100-year anniversary planes from Delta Airlines. Those Gemini Jets is making those in 1 to 200 scale. I want both the A350 and A321neo. I honestly think Delta did a really good job on that livery, and I really want to get those models in both 1 to 200 and 1 to 400 scale. So, let's summarize that question. Any new 1 to 200 models? Not right now, but in the future, I have at least 3 that are on my radar, assuming that there are no other ones that are released by other companies that are of potential interest. And that reminds me, let me check the Gemini Jets releases to make sure that there's nothing else. Yeah, no. So it's just the 2 Delta Airlines 100-year anniversary planes from Gemini 200, and then the in-flight 200 United 767-300ER, which, by the way, has that gotten a picture yet? I don't think so, but it's always nice to check. Yeah, no new updates yet. Okay, so next up, Matthew's Aviation Channel asks, how many Panda models do you have? How many Panda models do I have? Let me check my database, because this number is on my database. I don't know if it's updated, but let's see, number of Panda models. Oh wait, I don't have that number, do I? Or yeah, I do. Panda model and subsidiaries. Okay, so the total for Panda models, if you consider the Panda model themselves and also their subsidiaries and other companies that have made models using Panda's molds, I have 9. So I have 9 total. All of them are 1 to 400 scale airliners, and the most recent one, or actually, no, I don't think I've updated it. I think it's 10 now. I think it's 10, 9 or 10. The most recent one being the Delta 767-300ER, which, by the way, I was getting a very close look at today, and the thing is, it's pretty good. So I've got, I think, 10 Panda models. All right, so I think that answers the question. NG is making them too. Yes, so Matthew's Aviation Channel is referring to the 100-year anniversary Delta planes. NG is making them too in 1 to 400 scale. Yes, I'm getting the ones from NG in 1 to 400 scale. No way in hell am I buying a Gemini model in 1 to 400 scale if NG is making it. Unless it's a 767, and that's a different story. But yeah, NG has better Airbus molds in 1 to 400 scale, and I'm definitely getting the NG ones over the Gemini ones. All right, so I think that's all the questions. I took just shy of 15 minutes to answer. How many questions was that, like 4 or 5? Oh my god, I am a talker. I like to answer my questions in depth, but yeah. overall, very good questions, especially the future, the question about focusing on the present rather than the future. That one was a very good question. But yeah, overall, very good questions. You guys have been historically very good with asking me good questions, and this time was certainly no exception. Just the volume of questions wasn't as high as previous live streams, which is not an issue. I anticipated this. Yeah. One more thing to add about the focusing on the future and stuff is a quote from, you guys might know it from a certain animated film, but it goes like this. It's yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you know where that's from, I I appreciate that. All right, so looks like yeah, there's only two of you here. All right, so I'll leave the stream open for another minute or so if you guys want to ask any last minute questions. I like your mustache from Matthew's Aviation Channel. Thanks. Yeah, I decided not to trim it this time around, but thank you. Now, yeah, I'll leave the stream open for any other questions that you guys might want to add. Yeah. So how's your Friday? How's everyone's day going? It's quite an interesting day today, especially for those of us here in the United States. Lots of news going on around the world, and especially here in the U.S. Given current geopolitical events. That's as far as I'm going to go with mentioning today's news. I don't want to get political on the channel because I know how polarizing that can be, and I don't want to do that. On this channel, we come together to celebrate our hobbies, not to talk about politics, because, yeah, that's very polarizing. Let's see. Anything on Discord? No. Airplane database? No. Any surprise model airplane releases? Let's see. That'd be funny if a model manufacturer released during one of my live streams. That'd be hilarious, because then you guys would get to see my genuine, unfiltered reaction. Which we all know how that one went with the NG release from January of 2025. Speaking of that, I went crazy over the United 767, right? I ordered quite a few of those, and only now are those starting to arrive. And I ordered those to my dorm, and I'm not at my dorm right now. So I'm not going to be able to receive them when they show up. I don't know when exactly they're going to show up. I think it's tomorrow. But yeah, the earliest I'll be able to see them is on Sunday, and I don't think I'll be able to make a review. But if I do have some extra time, I may be able to squeak out a review of the United 767s from NG from their January 2025 release. Yeah, I'm going to check my email while you guys come up with any extra questions if you want to. Probably cut it off at I'll probably call it quits at 20 minutes, so you guys have about 2 minutes to figure that out. Okay, yeah, so it's on the way. Yeah, it's 4 of those United 767s. Oh my god, I do not need that many of them. Cool though, cool. I do like NG's mold, although it's far from perfect. I'm gonna refresh the page here. Anything new from Q&A? All right, well, it doesn't look like there's any new questions, so I think I'm going to cut the stream off here. I'll be going to the airplane shop in Vegas next month. Look at that. All right, so Matthew's Aviation Channel has said he will be going to the Gemini Jet. Oh, I keep the tripod. He's going to be going to the Gemini Jets airplane shop in Las Vegas. I'm jealous now. That's pretty cool. I hope you find some good models there. To my understanding, the new Gemini releases should be there, so you might be able to buy yourself some of the Delta 100-year anniversary planes if you want to get the Gemini ones, of course. Or if you want to get the 1-200 versions, those are going to be very pricey, but I mean, Gemini and 1-200, especially their wide bodies, they're pretty good. So hopefully you find a few good models there, and I hope you enjoy your visit. Safe travels, as always, but yeah, that's really cool. All right, yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm going to cut off the stream right now. I think you guys are done asking your questions as well. Everyone, thank you so much for asking questions. Like I said, I think 3 times now. The volume wasn't as high as usual. I anticipated this. I didn't give you guys too much time to ask questions either, and that's perfectly okay. But for all of you who joined, I appreciate you guys being here. And to all of you who are watching, not when I'm not live, or if you're watching this after the stream's ended, I appreciate the extended support. 3,000 subscribers is crazy, and just last week we hit 4,000. So, yeah, that's absolutely wild to me. Thank you all for the continued support. I'm looking forward to making more videos. Stay tuned for more content. I do have a Model Airplane Showdowns episode in the works, so just bear with me with that one. I don't know when that's going to come out. Hopefully sometime this weekend, and that should be the last you hear from me until May. Unless I get the F-35 video out. I'm not sure about that. I may also decide to squeak out a special review for someone who asked me for one, so I'll see if I can do that before I go back to school. But that's all for me. As always, if you have any questions or feedback, leave a comment down below. If you want to chat with me one-on-one, go ahead and reach out to me on my social medias that are listed in my YouTube channel's About page. And if you're new to the channel and you want to show some support, like this live stream and my other videos, and subscribe so you never miss another upload. Happy building, happy collecting. All of you, please take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. Okay, wait, how do I end this now? I do my outro, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to end this. I don't do live streams enough. Let's see. I think it's the X button up here. See you later.